The Secret to Wealth: Understanding and Applying Leverage. Have you ever wondered why some people start with nothing yet build massive fortunes, while others remain stuck in the cycle of earning and spending? The answer lies in leverage, a powerful tool that turns small efforts into significant results. Let's start with a real story. In 2012, an American programmer named Bob earned a salary of $250,000 per year. But instead of working tirelessly himself, he outsourced his entire job to a Chinese programmer for just $50,000 per year. Bob's company had no idea until they discovered login records from China. By leveraging outsourced labor, Bob optimized his time and maximized his earnings, though his approach violated company policy. In reality, leverage isn't just limited to finance or business. It is the key factor that determines wealth. Naval Ravikant, a renowned investor in Silicon Valley, once said, "Don't divide the world into rich and poor. Instead, divide it into those who understand leverage and those who don't." Who is Naval? Naval Ravikant did not come from a wealthy family. He was born in India and immigrated to the United States with his family at the age of 9, carrying a dream of a better life, but without any assets or connections. The hardships of life forced him to take on various manual labor jobs from a young age to support his family. At that time, New York was not a safe place, and Naval's mother only allowed him to go to the library. This habit helped him develop independent thinking, cultivate a deep love for reading, and acquire knowledge every day. Through hard work and self-learning, Naval was accepted into Dartmouth College, one of the most prestigious universities in the U.S. By the age of 27, he became one of the founding partners of August Capital, opening the door to the world of tech startups. However, what made Naval truly stand out was not just his investment skills, but his ability to create wealth from nothing. He was an early investor in Twitter, Uber, and several other tech startups, earning him the nickname the Godfather of Silicon Valley. More importantly, he is a thinker with profound insights, believing that wealth comes from mindset and leverage. Naval once stated, "If I lost everything and had to start from scratch in any English-speaking country, I believe I could become wealthy again within 5 to 10 years. What gives him such confidence? Because he understands that true wealth is not just about the money in your bank account. It lies in your mindset and ability to seize opportunities. Many people confuse money with assets, but in reality, they are very different. Money is simply a medium of exchange, like an IOU that society gives you when you create value. If you want to earn more money, you need to contribute more to society. Assets, on the other hand, are things that continue to generate money even when you're not working. A rental property, business equity, a book, or a copyrighted song, all of these provide income even while you sleep. The difference between the wealthy and the average person is not the number of hours they work, but the fact that they focus on building assets instead of just earning money. Have you ever wondered, how can you make money even while you sleep? The answer lies in creating assets. And to do that, you must learn how to turn yourself into a product. Naval Ravikant once said that building wealth is not an innate privilege, but a skill, and skills can be learned. However, before thinking about making money, you need to ask yourself one crucial question. What makes you unique? If what you do can be easily replaced, then you don't truly have value. Uniqueness is about discovering your passions and strengths and developing them into a distinct advantage. Instead of just climbing the corporate ladder and waiting for a raise, invest in enhancing your personal value, because that is the real path to financial freedom. But having a unique skill set isn't enough. You must productize your value so that you can generate income even when you're not actively working. For example, a consultant only earns money when working directly with clients. However, if they turn their knowledge into an online course, write a book, or build an information-sharing platform, they can reach thousands of people and create passive income. This is the power of leverage. So how do you know if you're on the right path? Ask yourself two key questions. Is this truly what I want to do for the rest of my life? Have I found a way to productize my value? If you can confidently answer both, congratulations, you're on your way to building wealth. Naval once said, "Specific knowledge can't be taught, but it can be learned." This means no one can simply hand you the blueprint to success through theory alone. You have to experience, experiment, and learn through practice. A mentor can guide you, but only you can develop yourself in a way that is truly your own. If you simply copy others without adding creativity, you'll struggle to build lasting wealth. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, once said, "Starting a business is not about following an existing path. If you see someone doing something, don't just imitate, find a way to differentiate yourself." Every successful business is built on innovation and creativity. Even if two companies appear similar, the actual value they provide can be entirely different. This is why the wealthiest people in the world don't follow the crowd. They create new value and build their assets in their own unique way. Many people choose a career based solely on salary, but in reality, if you're only working to trade time for money, you'll always be stuck in the cycle of labor. To achieve financial freedom, you don't just need to earn money, you need to create assets. Naval Ravikant believes that the biggest opportunities always lie in breakthrough technologies. When a new technology emerges, it opens doors for those who recognize its potential early on. Take plastic bags as an example. Today, they are everywhere, but when they first appeared, they were a revolutionary innovation. Those who saw the trend early built thriving business empires. Li Ka-shing, a Hong Kong billionaire, succeeded by selling artificial flowers, a product that was once considered cutting-edge technology. This proves that what is high-tech today can become ordinary tomorrow. If you want to seize opportunities, you must constantly stay updated with new trends and find ways to create value before the market becomes saturated. To build long-term success, you need more than just being good at your field. You must explore what others haven't done yet. True expertise cannot be learned from books or courses alone. It comes from experience, experimentation, and creative thinking. You won't find your passion unless you take action. As you continuously dive deeper into a field, explore, and innovate, you will naturally develop a unique strength. The difference between successful people and ordinary individuals lies in one thing. They never stop learning and pushing forward, even when no one tells them to. Whether in finance, knowledge, or relationships, the power of compounding is a crucial factor for exponential growth. If you improve yourself by just 1% daily, by the end of a year, you will be 37 times better than when you started. Reading books daily helps you deepen your understanding and makes learning new knowledge easier. Building strong relationships opens doors to long-term opportunities and collaborations. Investing wisely ensures financial growth over time. The effects of compounding aren't immediate, but over the years, they can create a massive impact. That's why having a long-term vision, persistence, and continuous self-improvement is crucial. Turn yourself into leverage. Once you identify your strengths, the next crucial step is learning how to use leverage. Let knowledge, technology, and your network help you generate assets rather than just trading labor for money. The wealthiest people in the world don't just work hard, they work smart. They don't follow the crowd. They create value in their own unique way. You can do the same if you learn strategically and take action with persistence. If you want to become wealthy and achieve financial freedom, you can't just rely on your own labor. Instead, you need to use leverage, a tool that amplifies the value you create. There are three main types of leverage that can help you build assets. 1. Labor leverage, using people to scale value. This is the most traditional form of leverage, where you expand your work by utilizing other people's efforts. Think about how Tesla operates. It doesn't rely on a single person, but on thousands of engineers and workers collaborating to create its products. If outsourcing a task costs less than the value it generates, you should consider delegating it. 2. Capital leverage, using money to make more money. The best investors don't always use their own money to build wealth. A top-tier fund manager can raise billions of dollars from investors and earn profits by managing that capital. Money can generate more money, but only if you know how to use it wisely. 3. Technology leverage, creating value at near zero cost. This is the most powerful form of leverage in the digital age. Technology allows you to scale your work infinitely with minimal additional cost. Think about Bill Gates. He didn't just write software once. He turned Windows into a product that could be copied and sold repeatedly at almost no extra cost. Today, you can create an online course, write a book, develop an app, or produce videos, and sell them repeatedly without needing to remake them. This is how you make money even while you sleep. Many people make the mistake of chasing trends without asking the most important question: what are you truly passionate about? Naval Ravikant believes that if you work only for money, someone else can easily replace you. But if you do something you love and create unique value, you will have no competition. Focus on the quality of your work, not just the profit. Artists don't paint just to sell. They paint because they love it, and that passion turns their work into masterpieces. Successful entrepreneurs don't start businesses just for money. They do it to solve real problems. Naval once said, "The year he created the most wealth was also the year he worked with the least pressure." When you stop worrying too much about the outcome, you can put your heart into the most meaningful projects. And that's when you achieve the best results. Remember, wealth doesn't come from endless hard work. It comes from knowing how to use leverage wisely. If you want to be rich and free, learn to work smart. Turn yourself into leverage instead of just being a worker within the system. We have mentioned three main types of leverage: labor, capital, and products with near zero replication costs. Each type offers different advantages. Using labor as leverage requires excellent management skills. Without proper organization and optimization, you can easily become exhausted while failing to achieve high efficiency. Using capital as leverage demands reputation and credibility. Without market trust, raising financial resources can be extremely challenging. Leveraging products that can be replicated at minimal cost, such as books, software, videos, or digital content, is the most sustainable path for those who want to create passive income. Today, the opportunity to take advantage of technology has never been more accessible. If you have programming skills, you can build software that generates sustainable revenue, just like Bill Gates did with Windows. If you enjoy content creation, the internet allows you to establish a personal brand and reach millions of people without requiring a large investment. Naval Ravikant once said that society is not just divided into the rich and the poor, or manual laborers and knowledge workers, but more importantly, into two key groups. Those who know how to use leverage. They build systems that create value, allowing them to earn money even when they are not actively working. Those who don't have leverage. They must trade their time for income, and if they stop working, their earnings come to a halt. If you find the right leverage, you will enter a positive cycle. The more value you create, the more resources you gain to continue growing. But if you don't, you may easily fall into a negative loop, where you work hard but struggle to break through. Naval Ravikant believes that to fully maximize leverage, you need to master two essential skills: building and selling. Those who excel at building, such as CTOs, programmers, and product designers, create value by developing innovative technology and products. Those who excel at selling, such as marketers, public speakers, and live streamers, are able to bring products to market and persuade customers. If you master both, you can become a CEO or a leader in your field. But even if you're only proficient in one, you can still use leverage to create significant impact. Many people still trade time for money, like doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. While they earn high incomes, they are still limited by the 24 hours in a day. However, truly wealthy individuals don't just rely on their primary job. They know how to use their money to invest and build long-term assets. For example, Shaquille O'Neal and LeBron James didn't just become rich through basketball. They made strategic investments in tech companies, real estate, and various other industries. By utilizing financial and technological leverage, they built massive wealth without having to work continuously. Naval emphasizes that a CEO's greatest value lies in their ability to make high-quality decisions. A CEO who is just 10% better at decision-making than their competitor can create billions of dollars in value. Imagine two companies managing $10 billion in assets. If the CEO of Company A makes slightly better decisions than the CEO of Company B by just 10%, Company A could generate an extra $1 billion in profit. This is why top CEOs earn millions per year. A single correct decision can change the entire future of a business. This principle applies not just to CEOs, but to anyone aiming for success. Good judgment helps you seize opportunities and avoid risks, allowing you to maximize your potential. When starting a career, there are three critical questions to consider. 1. Where will you live? Your environment influences your opportunities and growth. 2. Who will you surround yourself with? The people around you can either elevate or limit your success. 3. What career path will you choose? Your job determines your trajectory for years to come. These three questions don't just shape your personal life, they also greatly impact your ability to leverage assets. Choose a path that helps you build wealth, skills, and opportunities, rather than just chasing a paycheck. In summary, to achieve financial freedom and long-term success, you need to learn how to leverage assets, develop sales or building skills, refine your judgment, and most importantly, value your time so you can focus on what truly matters. Thank you for following today's content. If you found it valuable, don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Follow me for more insights on the secrets of wealth. Wishing you all the best, and see you next time.